Hello friends, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to today's Feel Good Everyday Yoga Flow. This is the perfect practice that you can incorporate into your daily or weekly routine to help you feel good, to help you reconnect with your inner fire, gain strength, and improve your mental resilience. So when you're ready, let's get started today in a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes and taking one mindful breath, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through the mouth, sigh it all out, let it go. Release all that no longer serves you. And on your next inhalation, raise the arms skyward, stretch the torso. Exhale, bend to the left, lateral spinal flexion. Inhale, center, bend to the right. Continuing with these side body stretches, waking up the torso, the spinal column. On this next exhalation, pausing to the left, staying here for a few breaths, seeing if you can go deeper into the stretch with every exhalation. Inhale, center, exhale, bend over to the right, stretching your left arm as far as you can in the opposite direction. Inhale, center, beautiful work. Let's come into tabletop and sink the hips back to the heels as we rest in child's pose. Allowing the spine to round, softening into the outer hips, the glutes. Inhale, tabletop. Engage the core. Elongate the back of the neck, and let's come into a traditional cat and cow. Inhale, open the heart space, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine, press into the palms, chin to chest. A few more times. Every time we inhale, we're finding an anterior pelvic tilt as we guide our tailbone up to the sky. And with every exhalation, we are finding a posterior pelvic tilt, guiding the coccyx bone towards the earth, hip bones up into the abdomen. Noticing how your body is responding to this movement. Perhaps noticing how the mind is responding. If you notice the mind beginning to deviate away from this moment, use the breath to guide you here. Okay, friends, well done. Let's come into down dog, stretching it out, raising the hips, extending the limbs, gazing between the feet. Checking that your arms are in a supportive alignment. We are rolling the biceps forwards as we wrap the triceps behind us, helping us to protect the shoulder girdle. One more breath. And from here, either jumping or walking to the top of your mat. Bending the knees, coming into a forward fold, maybe coming into ragdoll. Swaying the torso side to side. Returning the palms to the earth, and let's come up into a halfway lift. Inhale, Adho Uttanasana, find length. Exhale, bend, Uttanasana, twice more. Feeling a beautiful lengthening of the hamstrings. This can often be a muscle that's overlooked, so take your time to ease into these challenging stretches. Let's mindfully roll up into mountain pose, one vertebra at a time. taking one mindful breath in mountain pose. We're going to come into a sun salutation variation. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Inhale, raise the arms, arch the back. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, palms on the earth. Step the right leg back. Lower the right knee down, supported crescent moon, Anjaneyasana. Palms on the earth, plank pose. Inhale, lower the knees to the earth. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar, 8-limb staff pose. Lower the chest down, hips coming down last, point the toes. Press into the palms, cobra. Inhale, open up the heart. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Engage the core. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Place the right foot down on the earth. Lower the back knee down. Crescent moon. Elongate the spine. And let's step the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Palms on the earth. Step the left leg back. Lower the left knee down. Anjaneyasana. Plant the palms down, plank pose. Engage the core. Exhale. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar. Arms graze the body. Inhale, press up into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Place the left foot down on the earth. Lower the right knee down. Crescent moon, head up, chest up, gaze up. And let's step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms, open up the heart. Exhale, release the arms the length of the body. Beautiful work. Reconnect with your breath in mountain pose. Exhale, palms at heart center. Inhale, raise. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Step back into plank pose. Turning on the quadriceps. Exhale, down dog. Send the hips up and back. Stretch out the posterior chain. Grounding down through the left foot. Inhale, raise the right leg, three-legged dog. Keep the hips squared. And from here, opening up the hip, finding a beautiful external rotation, raising the leg as high as you can while keeping the shoulders squared. Bend the right knee, guide the right knee to the chest and place the right foot down on the earth. Coming up into high crescent moon, elevating the arms and the torso. The back heel is raised. Hips are squared to the front of the mat. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Transfer your weight into your right leg and let's come up into warrior three. Finding a steady point of focus to help you cultivate balance. This is such a great posture to strengthen the entire back body. It's also a great way to safely open up the hamstrings. One more mindful breath. From here, we're going to gently place our palms on the earth under the shoulders and continue to raise the left leg skywards, coming into a standing split. Beautiful. Lower the left foot down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rolling up into Tadasana, taking your time. Well done. One breath here. And let's take this on the other side, palms together. Inhale, raise the arms skywards. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up into a halfway lift. Plant the palms down, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Noticing how the body is responding to this movement. Seeing if you can practice non-judgment for whatever arises. Inhale, float the left leg up, three-legged dog. Open up the hip, point the toes, raise the leg as high as you can. Keeping those shoulders squared, feeling a beautiful stretch for the grounded leg. Inhale, left knee to the chest and place your left foot down on the earth between your palms. Raise the arms, high crescent moon, Anjaneyasana. Seeing if you can bend your front leg a little more and doing your best to keep the right leg straight. You know where we're going. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Transfer your weight into your front foot. And let's mindfully move into Warrior 3. Take your time. If it's too much with the palms together at heart center, know that you could always place your palms on the earth. From here, let's all place our palms on the earth and raise the right leg as we come into standing split. One breath here. Mindfully lower the right leg down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, fold and gently unravel the spine. We'll meet in Tadasana. On your next inhalation, breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Let it all go. Join the palms together at heart center. Ground down through the right leg as we raise the left knee to hip height. From here, hinging the torso forwards as you extend your left leg behind you, coming into Warrior 3. Keeping the hip bones squared to the earth. Notice if that left hip wants to externally rotate. Checking that the core is switched on, and with control, mindfully guiding the left foot, the left ball of the foot and the toes onto the earth. And let's come up into high crescent moon, extending the arms skywards. One mindful breath. Lower the palms onto the earth and let's step the right leg back as we come into three-legged dog. Right leg is raised. Feeling the strength of your glutes, your hamstrings helping you lift that leg. Inhale, right knee to chest, lower the right foot down, raise up into crescent moon again. Sinking those hips a little lower, feeling the strength of your legs. Palms at heart center, and let's again come up into Warrior 3. Know that if you lose your balance, that's okay. It's an opportunity to start again. One more breath. And mindfully raise up into Tadasana. Beautiful work. Let's take this flow on the other side. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Inhale, raise the right knee to hip height. Ground down through the left leg. Hinge the torso forwards as we come into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana. Mindfully guiding the right foot onto the earth, raising the arms, crescent moon. Find your point of focus, matching inhalations with exhalations. Breathe. From here, palms on the earth under the shoulders. Glide the left leg back as you raise it skywards, three-legged dog, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Well done. Return the left foot to the earth between the palms. Inhale, raise the torso and the arms, high crescent moon. Join the palms together at heart center. And let's again transition into warrior three. Transferring your weight into that left foot. Doing your best to keep your back parallel to the earth. Knowing that you always have the option to place your palms down. Well done. Mindfully raise up into mountain pose. Beautiful work. One breath here. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. And this time let's stay in a fold. If you're feeling a little bit more opened, you might like to keep your legs extended, perhaps guiding the knee to the nose or the shins. And if it's in your practice, interlacing your fingers together behind the back and guiding your bind overhead towards the earth. Feeling a beautiful opening for the shoulders, the chest, the upper back. Gently release, palms on the earth, and let's step back into plank pose. Breathe. Separating the shoulder blades, keeping those shoulders level with the wrists. From here, we're going to pivot into Vinyasa, placing the left palm underneath the face, turning to the right as you raise your right arm skywards. You have the option to keep your right foot in front of your left, place it atop of your left, or if you're up for a challenge, you could always raise that top leg. Raise those hips a little higher. Well done. Right palm to the earth, plank pose. One breath here, and let's come into Vinyasa on the other side, pivoting to the left. Raising the left arm skywards. Mindfully returning the left palm to the earth, plank pose. Lower the knees down, point the toes, child's pose. Beautiful work, stretch it out. Give yourself permission to surrender, to soften. Mindfully placing the palms under the shoulders and using arm strength to help you unravel. Coming up into a seated position. Lowering the glutes down onto the earth, extending the legs out in front. We'll come into another forward flexion. Keeping the legs together. and melting atop of your thighs. If you have tight legs, you could always bend your knees. For a gentler variation, pointing the toes. And if you'd like to level up your stretch, flexing the feet, stretching the quads to help you get deep into the backs of the legs. Feeling a beautiful release for the upper back, the neck. Allowing yourself to melt away all that no longer serves you. Well done, raising the torso, and let's come into a seated spinal twist. Keeping the left leg straight, placing the right foot on the outer edge of the left thigh, and using your left tricep to press into the right thigh, turning to the right, maybe gazing behind you, channeling energy upwards with every inhalation, and seeing if you can twist a little more with every exhalation. Great job. Returning to center, re-extending the right leg, and let's take this seated spinal twist on the other side, finding your expression. Mindfully releasing from the twist, taking any last movements that feel right for you. And let's close practice today in a comfortable seated position, lengthening the spine, closing the eyes, placing one palm on the belly and the other on the heart space, reconnecting to the breath and thanking yourself for showing up. Inhale, raise the arms skywards, join the palms together. Exhale, lower the hands to heart center, sending you all love and light. Namaste.